Now, another way you can go to get a larger image sensor, and actually a much larger one, is to go with a 4/3 camera. Here you can see the super zoom camera alongside the 4/3 camera, and you can see that the 4/3 camera with an all-in-one lens is about the same size as the super zoom camera. Now the thing is, when you look at the size of the image sensors for both of these cameras, you see that the super zoom has a much smaller image sensor size and the 4/3 camera has a much larger image sensor size. So if you want a larger image sensor, you may want to consider a 4/3 camera. Now these are cameras where the lens does come off, but they only come off if you take them off. You have to push a button and turn it to take it off, the bayonet mount, and when you put it back on, you turn it until it clicks, and then it's on. One thing, if you are buying an all-in-one lens, this does have a larger image sensor, and so with an all-in-one lens, it may only go to 200 or 300 millimeter, which isn't clear out to the 30 times, but it's still a really nice zoom to be able to go to 200 or 300 millimeter with the 4/3, and we're going to be talking about 4/3 cameras a little more later on. But if you are looking for a camera about the same size as the super zoom camera, you can get a 4/3, which is about the same size. It's kind of amazing, but it is a mirrorless interchangeable lens camera that has a much larger image sensor for about the same size, if size is one of the more important things to you, and having a larger image sensor size is something you'd like as well. Now, while most point and shoot cameras, the compact and the super zooms, run about, say, $150 to say $350. There are some very expensive compact and super zoom cameras out there that run to $800, $1,000, $1,200 and up, where you can often get a 1-inch image sensor, which is a larger image sensor than just the point and shoot, and you can get a really long zoom and things like that. So there are some interesting ones if you want to spend a lot more money on a compact camera. There are some very interesting choices there you can look at as well. Now, one of the reasons you might consider a 4/3 camera over one of the more expensive, say $1,000 point-and-shoot cameras, is that in about 5 years, the technology will be 5 years old. And that means buying a whole new camera if you have the point-and-shoot where everything's built in. If you have the 4/3 mirrorless camera, you can simply take the camera body off, put on a new camera body, and you'll be able to update the technology for your camera and still keep the same lens. So there are a lot of different choices you can make. How compact do you want your camera to be? How long do you want the lens to zoom? And how large do you want your image sensor to be? And with all of this, how much do you want to spend? We hope you've enjoyed these photography tips. If you'd like help getting started with your digital camera, you may want to check out our Top 10 Digital Camera Settings worksheet. Looking at your digital camera, there are lots of buttons and symbols and settings which can be confusing. Our Top 10 Digital Camera Settings worksheet will help you learn where these settings are on your camera and the buttons and dials you must use to set them. This worksheet is a great way to get started learning your digital camera. Being able to look at your digital camera and know what the different settings are and how to set them is a great feeling. Knowledge is always your best camera accessory. Download the Top 10 Digital Camera Settings worksheet at easyphotoclass.com to start learning your digital camera settings today. To go to our website, click on our logo at the top of the page for great photography downloads and workshops. To subscribe to our channel, click on our logo in the lower left to enjoy more great photography videos. You can also click on the video image in the lower right to enjoy our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you soon.